what it is. Give me a few minutes, a few seconds to share this video. There's nobody live right now, or nobody watching. So please give me a few seconds if you're watching this on the replay or just tuning in. I'm gonna share that I'm going live, just in case a few people wanna join. And check it out. Check it out. Hope you're wondering what the title is all about. Maybe you know, maybe you don't know. Either way, you're gonna find out soon. As soon um okay, okie doke. So looks like Facebook or Instagram doesn't want to share it on my story. So we're gonna go live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good people. My name is Martin Imoregewa Moreidi, and today I'm coming to you live from Boulder, Colorado, to read you an excerpt of a few letters from one of my favorite letter writers. And before I get to it, I wanted to tell to you about my short, brief history with letters, letter writing. And back in the day, well, maybe now like 23 years ago or so, when I was 11, maybe 22 years, um, I had the best experience of my life was when I went to boarding school. I went to boarding school when I was 11, and I grew up in Kenya. For those of you who do not know, I'm from Kenya. I'm Kenyan by birth and citizen right now still. And back in Kenya, we have a lot of boarding schools. Boarding schools are a really popular thing, affordable to some extent. So a lot of people end up going to boarding schools. And I was lucky enough, blessed enough for my parents could afford to send me to boarding school when I requested, begged them for me to enroll in one. And so when I was in boarding school, the only way to keep in touch with other people was letter writing. Like if I wanted to keep in touch with my mom, tell them how I'm doing. You get homesick, especially when you go to boarding school when you're around 10, 11 years old, 12. You get homesick and you want to write. So sending letters with stamps, and this was before cell phones, text messages. We used to, the school, we didn't even have a public phone. We had phones, but they were in the teachers' offices, but you can call your parents. And so I had to learn how to write letters, how to convey my feelings, my emotions through letter writing. And I thought I was good at it, but I found out recently when I got this book, Letters from a Nut by Ted L. Nancy, that actually wasn't that good. I didn't practice my letter writing. And after school, after high school, I left high school when I was 19, or graduated high school when I was 19. I haven't been writing many letters. Maybe I've written a handful of letters, if even that many. So today, I'm hoping that through this video series or whatever I'm going to be doing today, making this video, I'm hoping I'm going to be able to convince you guys to try out some letter writing techniques, humor, because I know these days a lot of people think communication is easy. Like one of the things I try to do is become an influencer. This is a good word. I don't know if it's a good word or a bad word these days, but I try to become an influencer. But becoming an influencer, I have to learn what other influencers are doing and get in touch with other people who've done it. And I've tried getting in touch with them through, emails, Facebook, Instagram, and we have all these ways to get in contact with people today, but not a lot of people will see them. Instagram or Facebook, somebody has to accept. If you're not friends with that person, they have to accept their friend request. And a lot of people get, message requests from a lot of people. So they might not open your email. They might not even decide to open it. You might have some really good information for them or really good opportunity, but just because of the quantity of the stuff that they're getting, they'll not get to you, or they will not open your stuff because they don't know you. And so the main purpose of this video, I guess, is to convince you guys that letter writing a letter, sending it through the mail, putting a stamp on it, and especially if you can send a handwritten letter to someone, a celebrity you like, like a professor, a scientist, someone who inspires you. I feel like a letter will stand out more, and it will get delivered to him. Nobody opens my letters or your letters. When it's mailed to you, it's a federal crime to open somebody else's letter. At least in the US, it's a federal crime. So I hope today, tomorrow, during this quarantine, get to write a few letters to your friends who you haven't seen in a while, you haven't thought about in a while, or maybe someone you want to get in contact with, a CEO of a company, a president, a minister, a cleric, a sheikh, the Pope, who knows? Anyway, as I said earlier, these letters are from a gentleman, maybe a woman, I'm not sure, called Ted L. Nancy. And he wrote all these letters to different companies, hotels, different departments. And usually, sometimes got a reply, sometimes did not get a reply. So anyway, it's almost 7 minutes and I haven't read it. But anyway, thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. This first letter, Mr. Ted L. Nancy writes to, and he writes formal letters. I hope he'll be able to see, but see, like, he has his info up here, and this is the info of the person he's writing to, and then the message, and then he signs off. So I'm going to read this letter, which is to the general manager of Whiskey Pete's Hotel and Casino in Gin, Nevada. Dear Whiskey Pete's general manager, I am contemplating opening a gift shop / eatery near Nevada / California border. I want to call this place Whiskey Pat's. This will be a very small trailer type operation. I hope that my name, Whiskey Pat's, does not interfere with your name, Whiskey Pete's. Although slightly similar, we offer a different product. While you have gambling, liquor, and buffets, Whiskey Pat's will offer just a regular menu. We will not have gambling on the premises, but we will be selling tiny slot machines, poker games, and dealers' aprons in our gift area. We will have a full line of gaming cards and dice from various casinos for sale, some Whiskey Pits. You will be able to see the Whiskey Pat's sign from some of your guest rooms if curtains are open. Our sign will not be similar at all. While yours says Whiskey Pete's, my sign has Pat instead of Pete. The whiskey is the same, but it will blink out of unison with yours. Your sign blinks, then ours. So when your sign blinks, then goes dark, my sign blinks. When mine is dark, yours blinks. It will be two different signs blinking one right after each other. I may have music. So, it is my contention that the name Whiskey Pat's is okay with you, and that I will not have any problems should they come up with possible similarity of the two names. I have respected your establishment for a long time and have been a good customer there. I will continue to frequent Whiskey Pete's when I get off work at Whiskey Pat's. I will run over to Whiskey Pete's for a quick game of Keno and some craps. Thanks for everything. I look forward to being your neighbor. Ted L. Nancy for Whiskey Pats. That's a pretty good letter, good people. I like it. He was straight to the point. He's trying to start his business. He's comical, and I think like when you write a letter to this, I don't know what his purpose was. He says in his purpose in this letter is to open a business. You can see Mr. Ted L. Nancy or Miss Ted L. Nancy is a very entrepreneurial person, and all these letters are to different. This whole book are letters to different um, establishments in different industries, and so that was a really good one. And I bet you, if you got a hotel like this, not a message like this, a letter like this, you'd probably get a reply. You'd probably do. Anyway, let me see. I'm gonna read another one. Since I have time. We have time, good people. I'm in a stay at home. I think that's what they're calling it, stay at home order or something like that because of the coronavirus. So if you are in that stay at home quarantine, find something good to do. Find something productive because they say the idle hands are the devil's workshop. Or even an idle brain is the devil's workshop. So you don't want to be idle. You don't want to be bored. Find something to do. Find a book to read. Or maybe write a book. You never know. Maybe write a letter to someone. Start a YouTube business or channel. Anyway, I'm going to read to you another. Oh, this is a reply actually. Okay, the next letter is a reply from Whiskey Pitts. You see, like he got a reply as I was saying. So this is from Prima Donna Resorts Inc. certified mail, and they're writing to Mr. Ted L. Nancy. Protection of names, symbols, and likeness of Whiskey Pitts / Whiskey Pats. Dear Nancy, on August 9th, 1995, I received your letter dated August 3rd, 1995, to the General of Whiskey Pitts Hotel and Casino. I have been asked to respond. While we appreciate your request to share protected names, logos, likeness, and symbols, we must refuse and reject your request in the most absolute terms. Prima Donna has spent tremendous sums to promote the Whiskey Pitts name. The name has tremendous commercial value and belongs exclusively to Prima Donna. Prima Donna has also taken necessary steps to legally protect his name and many other names, devices, merchandising, logos, and related intellectual property rights. Accordingly, we must reject your proposal to share Whiskey Pitts or Whiskey Pat's name in any way and demand that you not pursue this matter further. If you do, we will be forced to pursue all legal avenues available to protect our rights to this important name. Sincerely, Greg Jensen, General Counsel. C.C. William Paulos, Annie Frischman. There you go, good people. Mr. Nancy received a reply for his letter that he wrote to the Whiskey Pitts Casino and Hotel. And not only did he get a letter, he got the letter from the lawyers, I believe. Yeah, the lawyers of this franchise. And not only so, like in the first letter, what you don't find out is Whiskey Pitts, or you find out in the second letter that Whiskey Pitts is actually owned by this conglomerate called Prima Donna Resorts Inc. Also, like, you never know what you're going to find out, good people. So in this time of quarantine, in this time of social isolation, Write a letter, good people. Write a letter to someone. I'm a I'm a big fight fan. I like combat sports, and I might write a few letters to a few people. I think that, yeah, the postal services are still working good, good. That's good services to all the people. A crucial, essential business right now for any country in the world. The postal service is the most important, one of the most important institutions. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. If you're watching on the replay, please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, comment, replay, comment something. Say something about the video. Drive up the statistics. Even if you don't have something good to say something. I just want to drive up the algorithm, get more subscribers. Still trying to get 10 subscribers. I have about six, not about six, I have 6 subscribers. So please subscribe if you're watching. Next, I'm going to read. Oh, wow. Wow. The next letter is a reply to Greg Jensen, the general counsel of Prima Donna and Whiskey Pits. And in this one, it started out as Bourbon Joe's. So I believe with the letterhead has Bourbon Joe's at the top with the tagline, State Line's newest place to go. So I guess Mr. Ted L. Nancy has decided to change the name after the letter from the general counsel, and he's writing them back. So he writes to Mr. Greg Jensen, Whiskey Pits Casino, P.O. Box, blah, blah, Las Vegas, Nevada, September 6th, 1995. So he writes back pretty quick because I believe the reply came on September 5th. No, August 9th. Okay, so he waited a few months, like a month to write back. Business, I guess, takes time. Dear Mr. Jensen, okay, I will not call myself Whiskey Pats. I can understand you came up with this name first. I always admired that name, Whiskey Pits. Whenever I have passed the Whiskey Pits sign, I have always enjoyed viewing it. Whoever came up with that name hit a bingo. So consider this letter my word, my bond, my chattel in promising you that I have abandoned the idea of calling my business Whiskey Pats. I had thought about putting an E in whiskey, but decided against it. As far as I am concerned, Whiskey Pats is no more. Finis, the end. Whiskey Pits can have full use of the area of their sign blinking. Please be my guest when we have our grand opening of Bourbon Joe's. Our business will not in any way interfere with yours. While you have gambling, buffets, and entertainment, ours will have some food, but not buffet style. You will pay for everything a la carte, except spaghetti on Wednesdays. Please let me know if there is any problem with my name, Bourbon Joe's. I believe I have come up with this name on my own without any outside influence. I would like to call my mini gift shop Sandwich Palace, Gambler's Den, Bam. I would like to call my mini gift shop Sandwich Place, Gambler's Den, Bourbon Joe's, without any worry from you. Please let me know if I may proceed. Thank you. Finally, your neighbor. I love your sign. Ted L. Nancy. For Bourbon Joe's. This letter ends, and it is marked still waiting for reply. I guess Mr. Greg Jensen decided not to reply because Mr. Ted L. Nancy was not violating anything from any practices or violating any deeds or anything, any rights on Whiskey Pete's with his new name, Bob and Joe's. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Um, gonna read another one. Good people, I'm gonna skip a couple. That one seemed a little bit too much. Not a little bit too much, but I'll skip it, good people. It is. I'm here. It's a solo show. I'm drinking some good Pilsner, locally brewed. Um, Next letter. This is to Holiday Inns Hotel, Executive Offices, Holiday Inns Hotel, 3796 Lamar, Memphis, Tennessee, September 15th, 1995. Dear Holiday Inn Hotels, in this competitive world of competition, we have to be one better than our competitors. I think a wonderful Holiday Inn hotel promotion would be free use of their housekeeping cart. A person's stay includes unlimited use of the maid's cart in the hallway. As many soaps as you like, pens, shampoo. Just help yourself when you see their cart in the hall. I think that this idea would skyrocket. People I know all complain that they never get enough of those little soaps and shampoos in their rooms. Whenever they see the cart, they hit it. Those bath gels are great too. Where else can you get this stuff? Whenever I return from a trip, I have plenty of those little conditioners and lotions. That's when I think, what a great hotel. If you advertise that a person could have free unlimited use of the maid's housekeeping cart, people would flock to your hotel. What do you think? I think Holiday Inns are the best to stay at when traveling as a group. Hoping to hear from you soon. How can I find out if the Holiday Inns have non-smoking rooms? Respectively, Ted L. Nancy. Oh, good people. That was good. That was a good letter. I felt like I read through it a little bit too quick, but I was resonating with it. Probably some of you did too, because you have stayed at hotels and used those really tiny conditioners. I was looking because I usually have some around over here somewhere, either like the shampoo or something. And so this is it's a good recommendation. You always stay, if you always stay at a hotel or use a service, airplane. If you use hotels, you probably also use airlines a lot. So this gives you an idea. You could write to your favorite airline, write to the CEO of your favorite airline. Who knows? Get an idea from these good people. And then the next letter. Oh, I think this is a reply. So I think this will be my last letter, good people. I've been reading not reading. I've been talking for almost 25 minutes, 24 minutes right now. So this is a reply from the Holiday Inn. So October 19th, it took them about a month to reply, which is not bad. And they reply, okay. They replied, corporate headquarters, 3 Ravinia Drive, Suite 2000, Atlanta, Georgia. So that's already some more info. Like if Ted L. Nancy was building a Rolodex, people don't know about the Rolodex. If he was building a contact list, boom, he wrote to the Holiday Inn in Memphis, Tennessee, but the corporate office, the corporate headquarters in Georgia. So he already got the info. If you didn't know or he didn't know where the headquarters are. Now he knows. Anyway, October 19th, 1995, Mr. Ted L. Nancy, 560 North Moorpark Road, number 236, Thousand Oaks, California, 91360. Dear Mr. Nancy, your letter of September 15th has finally made its way to our corporate office of 5 years here in Atlanta. We have considered your creative ideas and suggestions for the free use of the housekeeping cart. The objective of making sure our customers get everything they need while staying at Holiday Inn hotels has merit. You can imagine that unlimited use of the housekeeping cart would cause quite a liability for the hotel operators, and keeping the cart well stocked would mean additional labor on hotel staff. In order to assist our franchisees with servicing guests while maintaining some control on their financial obligations, we provide the Forget Something service as a rule of operation at all Holiday Inn hotels. Forget Something provides guests with many items they may need or forget while traveling: shampoos, toothbrushes, comb, brush, and so on. Please feel free to take advantage of this service on your travels to Holiday Inn hotels in the future. And thank you for taking the time to put your comments in writing to us. We appreciate hearing from our guests firsthand. Sincerely, Annette Connolly, Marketing Specialist. P.S. Non-smoking rooms are also available at all Holiday Inn hotels. You may request these when making your reservation by calling 1-800 Holiday, although it cannot be guaranteed until time of check-in. Good people, there you go. Like I was saying earlier, writing letters, I'm coming to discover, and I'm blessed, I'm grateful for this book, which over here where I live in Boulder, Colorado, they have this, they call them tiny libraries, and it's like a little thing, and like in neighborhoods where they'll put like a box, like a house, a small box, where you can put a book, and put a book, get a book. It's like a library, but with no library card, no library fees. The only thing you have to do is, put a book before you get one. And I found this I believe I found this in one of those, and it's been pretty good reading. It's convinced me that I need to expand my expertise, expand my skills in communication and networking by using letters. So if you watch this video, if you watched the whole of it, if you watched part of it, please tell me what you got from it. Are you gonna do it? Do you like letter writing? Have you ever written a letter? So thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And I'll be making another video soon. Probably later on, another 30-minute video or so by Mr. Ted L. Nancy. Anyway, my name is Martin Imodagewa Modeidi. Thank you for tuning in. And once again, please subscribe, share, comment. Yeah, and most importantly, subscribe, because I'm trying to get to over 1,000 subscribers. Right now, I'm only at 6. I'm trying to monetize this channel, and hopefully by the time I get to 1,000, I'll have figured out some better way to bring you more value, bring you better content. I'm still figuring out how to edit videos, how to be comfortable in front of the camera. So until next time, learn something new and fail. Don't be afraid to fail. Adios, good people. Thank you for tuning in.